The room fell silent when the will was read. The house, the cars, the $2 million, all of it mine. Then the doors opened and they walked in. My parents, the ones who left me 15 years ago, who never called, never wrote, never cared if I lived or starved. Now they smiled, wide and greedy. "We're your guardians," my father announced. "As your parents, we'll help manage everything." I didn't answer, because I didn't need to. My lawyer was already on his way. I was 12 when they abandoned me, dropped at my aunt's door like luggage they no longer wanted to carry. My mother kissed my forehead, my father muttered something about a better life, and they drove away. I stood in the driveway, my aunt's hand on my shoulder, watching the taillights disappear. She raised me. She fed me, clothed me, sat with me through sickness and heartbreak. She never let me forget one truth: blood means nothing without loyalty. And she was right. They didn't call on my birthdays. They didn't show up at graduations. But the moment they smelled money, they returned. They thought I'd forgotten, that the years had softened me into forgiveness. They thought wealth would blind me to history. But betrayal has a long memory. I didn't rage when they arrived at the will reading. I didn't demand they leave. I just let them talk. They spun stories about reconciliation, about being a family again. My mother even cried, dabbing her eyes with a tissue like she was auditioning for pity. Inside, I was calm, because I knew something they didn't. Before my aunt passed, she and I prepared. We anticipated this moment. She knew who would circle like vultures, and she made sure I had every weapon ready. The double doors opened again. My lawyer entered. Polished suit, briefcase in hand, expression unreadable. He sat beside me, opened a folder, and slid documents across the table. "Guardians?" he repeated, eyes flicking to my parents. "Interesting choice of words, considering your parental rights were legally terminated 15 years ago." Their faces drained of color. My father's mouth opened, then closed. My mother froze, the tissue trembling in her hand. The lawyer continued, his voice smooth and cutting. "You signed away guardianship in exchange for debt relief. Court documents, irreversible. In the eyes of the law, you ceased being parents long ago." He placed the stamped paperwork on the table. Their signatures glared back at them in black ink. My father stammered, We didn't mean—" The lawyer cut him off. "Which means you have no claim, no rights, no authority over a single cent or property. Attempting to interfere could be construed as fraud, possibly extortion." I didn't look at them. I let the silence sharpen the knife. My mother lunged toward me then, grabbing my hand like she'd just remembered she had a child. "Sweetheart, we only wanted what's best for you." I pulled my hand away. "What's best for me?" I repeated softly. "Where was that when I needed lunch money, or when I was sick at 12 and she sat by my bed all night while you were gone?" Her lips trembled. No words came out. I leaned back, voice steady, almost gentle. "You gave me up. You don't get to reclaim me now. Not for money, not for anything." The lawyer closed his folder with a snap. "This meeting is over." They left without another word. No smiles now, no performance, just pale faces, eyes cast down, like gamblers who lost everything in a single hand. I stayed seated, breathing slowly, feeling the weight lift off me. This inheritance wasn't just wealth. It was proof that loyalty outlasts blood, that family is earned, not claimed. I walked through my aunt's house later that night, the one she'd left me. Her photographs still lined the walls. Her scent lingered in the hallways. It wasn't empty. It was filled with her presence. She had given me more than money. She had given me strength, the clarity to see betrayal for what it was, and the courage to end it cleanly. My parents thought they could erase 15 years of absence with one greedy smile. Instead, they were erased, legally, permanently, undeniably. I didn't just inherit her fortune, I inherited her wisdom. And as I stood by the window, looking out over the life she'd secured for me, I whispered one truth into the quiet. They abandoned me once. This time, I abandoned them forever.